again, YouTube! This is Dr. Kendo, and we are back with some Scribblenauts Unlimited. And what I like to do in my commentaries is I take suggestions only from subscribers, and I only do one request per subscriber until you see your request get uploaded in a video. Then you can suggest another one, if you are a subscriber. And so let's get this started! Today's first request comes from D3ATHT. I guess that's like death. He's asked for a very gross request that Mrs. Kendo was grossed out to hear, a vomit rainbow. So here we are. We started out with actually a rainbow for the shape, of course, and we got vomit. Is what I'm typing here. So these all these extra puke-looking things are just typing vomit, but if you type barf or puke, it will come up with the same thing. And so I'm just kind of getting a whole bunch of them so that it covers up the rainbow. I don't want there to be any rainbow behind here, just vomit. This is a vomit rainbow, of course. So we're gonna, of course, color them and make them the colors of the rainbow, or at least a lot of the colors. So starting off with this nasty, I'm trying to, yeah, good nasty shade of green for the base ones, and of course throw in some brown. I mean, I know that that's not color of the rainbow, but it looks good with the puke, I guess, or it looks bad with the puke, which makes it in turn look good. And so these back ones, you know, I have to move some stuff out of the way, of course, to reach them. But let's see here, we got a purplish blue, some yellow. We're looking good here, and so that'll hopefully complete us off. Now, one thing about this is that I'm not there yet, but once I put this onto the map or whatever, put this onto the level, you're going to see that this will not act like the typical rainbow item. So if you were to type in rainbow in Scribblenauts, it actually comes, it starts out in this arc or whatever that you saw it begin with, but then it becomes a rainbow that goes higher up into the sky, basically. You know, like it'll make a full transparent rainbow that you can walk amidst and whatever. So this, you'll see why it's different, but I'm going to go ahead and just edit the, you know, people react to it as vomit, not a rainbow, of course, and we'll give it some badass health because that's what the rainbow stats are, and they actually make it, they say that its weight is a planet, so I'm just sticking true to the rainbow stats in this game and making it a planet as the weight. So, whatever. And it doesn't really have movement speed, so that I guess doesn't really matter that I edited that. And so yeah, you're gonna see now that this item that I placed, this vomit rainbow, is not gonna turn into a rainbow. I actually did make one before this one that was kind of the wrong method. And so I'll show you why this one is better, because you see that it stays in this arc right here. What I don't like about this is that maybe from the horizon right here it looks okay because it's like, oh, it's far away or something, but what I don't like is that it's really small. So of course I'm going back into the object editor here to take it and blow it up some more. We definitely need it to be at least this size. Maybe, I don't know, I bet it could be even bigger. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It still is probably pretty small for a rainbow or whatever. But look at it, I mean, hey. The level I forgot to mention, this is a newer level that I haven't used yet on my commentaries, but it's called Paper Planes. And that's like P-A-Y-P-E-R. And, you know, of course, all of these things are metaphors or whatever, play on words, puns. Great levels, great levels. I just wanted a change of scenery, though. And so if you see here, actually, what I'm going to do is take my other vomit rainbow that I had made previously. What I did with this one was that I made the source object a rainbow. And so whenever you place this right here, look what happens. Let's place it down on the map. Right there, you see, so it turns into the actual rainbow and stuff, so you don't even tell that there's vomit or whatever. So you actually cannot edit a vomit rainbow to look like this one, like this actual real rainbow, and still retain the vomit. So it's just gonna look like this. Look at it, all these little things are popcorn. They look like little cotton balls, but they're popcorn because that girl that's watching the TV right there, she got a whole bunch of popcorn and threw it everywhere. She's littering. So anyway, that was our vomit rainbow. We need to go on to the next request for an item, which comes from the 97 GTRS. Is that supposed to be like 97 gators? I don't know. Or greats? I don't know. What would that spell? Anyway, you see that I'm typing a fire-breathing owl because the 97 GTRS has asked for a huge, rideable, red-eyed, fire-breathing owl with a white knight riding it. And so we're going to make this fire-breathing owl huge here. We're going to add the adjective. So huge, let's see. And that actually, you know, I really pictured it being a lot huger. So we're probably going to have to increase the size a lot more, I would say. And so I want this owl to look pretty crunk. I don't want it to just look exactly like this and everything. So I'm going to get some cool ornamentation for it. if it's going to have a white knight riding it, I don't want it to be just super evil. I usually think of white knight as like, you know, the symbol of good or whatever. But this owl will have this strange little shape right here. I'm going to color it red. This strange shape, if anybody hasn't seen me use it before, I used it for Sonic's skin color around his eyes and stuff, but this shape comes from the library of just random shapes. They have like random human arms and legs and heads and random shapes and things like that, so it's just a nice little library of things. And so I'm going to edit this owl to be kind of like a dragon since it breathes fire, so we've got source audio as a dragon, and objects will react to it as if it's an owl. That's fine. Let's give it some more health. I don't want it to be a puny owl. It's got to be huge and epic. We're going to give it no damage to fire, sticking true to a dragon. Give it some more movement speed, I think. Yep. And so I want to add a behavior. Since it's going to have the white knight riding it, I want it to protect the knight. So here... Oh, okay, you can't do just knight. So it says medieval people. I will make it do that. So protect medieval people. And whenever it gets, I'm going to do now a special script here in the scripting tool. So whenever it gets ridden, so whenever somebody's riding on top of it, we will have express an emotion, and I want it to be something noble, you know, like defending. Yeah, there we go, this shield, that's good. All right, so whenever it gets somebody riding it, it's going to do the shield. So let's name this item for the 97 GTRS. What do we got here? I'm just going to try to do huge fire-breathing owl. That's pretty good. It is rideable just right off the bat, so I don't need, you know, that's kind of just implied, I would say, so I don't need to necessarily include rideable in the text. You know, this owl still looks kind of small here. I want it to be able to step up to a dragon or something, so... let's just increase its size right there. And if you saw that I put the wing, I made the wing kind of like a dark red, just to make it more ominous and epic. So now we got to get a white knight here that I'm going to type in and place on the owl. There we go. So now you've got the white owl, the white knight riding this huge owl, and it had the little emotion thing that I made it have. So let's test its might and show the fire breathingness. What can we make it fight? Let's make it take on something, an angry, hostile, giant bee. That's what I'm gonna do. So then, oh dang, that's crazy fire breathing. Jeez, and there's a cow down there that's probably gonna get toasted if I don't be careful. Oh, but that was pretty awesome, this fire breathing. What else can we do? Let's do an angry, hostile, flying badger. This is gonna be awesome, except for that badger's really puny. Dang. Oh my gosh, this fire is crazy. That's epic. So there we have it. Those were our, our vomit rainbow and our huge rideable flying fire-breathing owl that has red eyes because he wanted it to look red-eyed. So that's pretty awesome. So remember, if you're going to suggest something, please be patient with me as I have like 80 items still to go after this one, and pretty much requests come in every day, or at least almost every day, and it's usually multiple requests a day. So, it's going to take me a long time to get through them all, let's just face it. So if you're one of the most recent requesters, it's going to be kind of late. But remember, you do have to be a subscriber to request an object. Otherwise, I appreciate your attention. So I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing. You can be the viewer and...
down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as the spectacle begins. I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as the spectacle begins.